still doing it.
Yeah, I was just going to get to that. If you said no or yes, I'd still say.
No, I mean,
what about the next 6 months?
You know what? I mean, it's a hell of a lot harder to be angry or pissed off or just in an indifferent mood that day and just start bitching about this and this and that and the other than just to sort of like relax and try and deal with it and keep things sort of tied together, you know? And then, because the outcome is a lot more relieving than the outcome of a big fight.
Okay, sure, but at the moment, like, it's rock and roll, it's on the road, it's in the studio, it's on record, and it's great on that level. But I mean, the previous, like, 7 or 8 years, I mean, you say the press did this, or there was a lot of... It was totally, completely, and absolutely crazy, the whole lot of you together.
Yeah, but I don't read it.
No, but I mean, like, like the actual real life between the whole lot of you in the band.
No, it wasn't that crazy. I mean, it's fast-paced, let's see, unpredictable, but at the same time, that's the kind of material, or that's the kind of things that make the material come out the way that it comes out, which is very spontaneous, and although combustive, it makes the real thing. I mean, this is what we're going through. So, you know, like, to get shocked by it, if you're in the band, would be almost ludicrous, you know? And if you're trying to do it for shock value, then you're just posing. So, I mean, just take it as it comes.
Okay, but the core of Guns N' Roses is still there, and that's going to be, what, 1996, is that?
You know what I had to say about that. We'll see what happens.
Okay, but what about a Snakepit second album, a Snakepit second tour?
There won't be a Snakepit second record until Guns' next record's done.
Texas. You're running loud tonight. Shut up and get it right. You know you're going down. Ain't it good to be
There's 2 Irish musicians that you've always given a big nod to, and one recently who tragically died is Rory Gallagher, and you did the introduction on television here in Britain. What did he mean to you when you were growing up? Because Rory Gallagher didn't necessarily mean that much in America.
Well, yeah, and well, see, a lot of the musicians I listened to weren't popular in America, but Rory was somebody my dad listened to, my dad being British, and Ireland being so close to England, and all those musicians sort of flocking together. He was just a great guitar player, and I didn't know who it was when I was younger. It was just cool guitar. But I got a chance to get to know what his guitar playing was all about as I got older and I started playing guitar, and we got a chance to jam together. It was like, you know, playing with a legend as far as I was concerned. And he's a guy that was, actually he's a hero, more so than a lot of musicians that have passed away over the years, just because the only reason he died is because he played too much. Yeah. That's, you know, and I can't knock him for that. I'd hope to go out that way.
And what about Phil Lynott? I mean, like by the time of their biggest hit, The Boys Are Back in Town, that was when you just arrived in California, really, around 76. Yeah. Did he mean much to you, or did just a song like that?
It was just Thin Lizzy at the time. You know, I mean, when it's a sad state of affairs when somebody passes away and then you realize how great they were, you know, which is usually the case, you know. But I was just a big Thin Lizzy fan. They had like 20 guitar players go through that band. I never knew it. I just listened to the records.
Right. What other kind of music do you listen to now at the moment? I mean, like, is it what's going? For instance, like in Britain, it's all sort of anything to do with Blur and Oasis. In America, it's still Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, whatever.
Well, in America, you know, just because I just was back there for a couple days, you know, listening to the radio, it was like Hole, Pearl Jam, Green Day, stuff like that. And, you know, whatever. You know, I do like Nirvana, I like Soundgarden, but I still prefer, you know, John Lee Hooker overall, you know, old Stone stuff.
What about other people that you played with? I mean, Michael Jackson, probably the most famous, the before and after, if you like. I mean, what kind of a guy is he? Like, you've said before that he's got a great sense of humor. I mean, like, I don't know the guy, obviously, but I mean, I just don't see that. Is he a funny man?
Yeah, I mean, Michael's Michael. I don't know him well enough to talk about him publicly on a personal basis or a personal level. But from my experiences with him, he's been always very sort of like a keen sense of sarcasm, you know, the subtle kind, and a great sense of humor. He's different, you know, and I'm going to go work with him again. So he's been good to me as far as, you know, I've had a good time working with him.
Okay, work with him. What does that mean? Did you get a phone call and say, come in and do a bit of guitar, and you say, we'll do more tomorrow, and then
Yeah, I
6
just
months
talked
later
to
you
him
get
the other
phone
day.
call?
We're going to do a show coming up.
You're going to do a live show?
Yeah.
And you're going to be in the band?
Yeah.
But what happens when you're doing stuff for his studio stuff? Like, might you just record stuff, and it might very easily get discarded, and you don't even know, in fact, what songs you might be on this current album?
Well, it happens. I mean, I just went through that recently. I go and put guitar on stuff that I have no idea what the end result's going to be. But that's just Michael, you know. It's a different world as far as my approach to guitar playing and working with the band is concerned, but that's Michael.
Tell us about the attraction of snakes, Slash. What's so great about a snake?
I just like snakes. When I was a little kid, I caught a snake in San Francisco, and ever since then, I've been fascinated with snakes. But snakes, dinosaurs, lizards, we have tons of cats. There's a certain kind of mysterious kind of vibe that those particular animals give off that I really like.
Okay, Slash, thanks very much for talking to us. Good man, thank you.
Nice talking to you.
It's a good handshake.
Next week's Planet Rock Profiles features megaband Def Leppard. And it's a Dave Fanning 2TV special on Sunday morning at 11:30 here on Network 2, featuring the four lads from Merseyside, the Beatles.